Welcome back to Bugs, Buzz and Beyond, where we explore the tiny creatures that hide some of nature's biggest surprises. Today, we are diving into a world bursting with color, radiant blues, blazing reds, shimmering greens, and patterns so unreal they look like they belong in a fantasy world. These are the most colorful insects you've never seen. And make sure you stay until the end, because we'll test what you learned with 3 colorful trivia questions, each with multiple choice answers. Our topic for today is the most colorful insects you've never seen. When you think of brilliant colors in nature, you might picture birds, fish, or flowers. But insects, you'd be surprised. They're some of the most visually complex creatures on Earth. Their colors aren't just for looking pretty. They help them survive, communicate, attract mates, or scare away predators. First on our list is the Jewel Beetle, a name that tells you exactly what to expect. These beetles shimmer in metallic greens, golds, reds, and even purples. Some species are so vibrant that they've been used for jewelry and clothing embellishments for centuries. Their rainbow-like glow comes from structural coloring. Tiny layers in their shell reflect light in such a complex way that a single beetle can show multiple colors at once. In fact, some jewel beetles look almost holographic. But don't let the beauty fool you. These beetles have a remarkable talent. Some species can detect forest fires from miles away, laying their eggs in newly burned wood. Their natural sensors pick up the infrared radiation released by flames. Next is the iconic Blue Morpho, but not the one you may know from textbooks. We're talking about a lesser-known sister species, the Morpho retinor, often described as having the bluest blue of any living creature. Its wings aren't actually blue due to pigment. Its scales are structured in microscopic layers that bend light until only the bluest wavelengths reflect back. This creates a color so bright that the butterfly can be spotted from nearly a kilometer away in the Amazon rainforest. Interestingly, the underside of its wings is a dull brown with eye spots, a perfect camouflage against predators. So, the Blue Morpho is basically a color-changing magician, flashy on top, stealthy underneath. If cotton candy became an insect, it would be the Rosy Maple Moth. With fluffy pink and yellow wings, this moth looks like it's cosplaying as a soft, pastel sunset. Though tiny, this moth is one of North America's most beloved, colorful insects. Its bright hues might seem like they'd attract predators, but surprisingly, its gentle gradient blends into the red and yellow tints of young maple leaves, its favorite trees. Its colors aren't iridescent, they're pigment-based, But what the Rosy Maple Moth lacks in shimmer, it makes up for with sheer aesthetic charm. Arguably, one of the most visually striking insects ever discovered, the Orchid Mantis mimics the petals of a real orchid flower. With delicate whites, pinks, and purples, it doesn't just hide from predators. It lures prey. Pollinating insects fly toward this mantis, thinking it's a flower. To make the illusion even more convincing, the mantis can subtly adjust its shade depending on its environment, becoming whiter or pinker. Its beauty is deadly, but breathtaking. The insect world is far more colorful than most people realize. We often overlook these tiny marvels, but if we stop and zoom into their world, we see dazzling displays that rival the most expensive gemstones and the most vibrant artwork. All right, let's see how much you learned. Here are 3 trivia questions. Ready? Let's get started. Question 1. Which type of coloration makes the Blue Morpho Butterfly appear so intensely blue? A. Pigmented color. B. Structural color. C. Seasonal color. D. Chemical dyes. Correct answer. B. Structural color. The Blue Morpho's blue wings do not come from any blue pigment. Instead, they come from microscopic structures on the scales of the wings. These structures bend and scatter light so that only blue wavelengths reflect back toward your eyes. Question 2. Why does the Orchid Mantis have pink and white coloration that resembles flower petals? A. To scare predators away. B. To regulate body temperature. C. To attract prey by mimicking flowers. D. To absorb sunlight. Correct answer. C. To attract prey by mimicking flowers. The Orchid Mantis doesn't just hide, it hunts using camouflage. Many insects, especially pollinators like bees, are naturally drawn to bright flowers. The mantis uses this to its advantage by blending in so perfectly that insects mistake it for a real orchid. Last question. The Jewel Beetle's shimmering rainbow effect is mainly caused by A. Metallic pigments in its shell. B. Layers of microscopic structures that reflect light. C. A coating of natural oils. D. Sunlight absorption. Correct answer. B. Layers of microscopic structures that reflect light. Jewel beetles are famous for their metallic shine, but it's not because their shells contain metal or pigments that reflect all that color. The shimmering effect comes from complex layers within their exoskeleton. Insects prove that beauty isn't limited to size. Sometimes the most breathtaking wonders are the ones we overlook. If you enjoy this video, please check out our other binge-able channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.